This is the Helpful Lock Picker here, and the video I have for you today is a challenge lock that was made by Briarberrycove that is called the Big L. It's his challenge lock number 8, penned in March 3rd of 2018. This lock looks like it has the Schlage keyway. It looks like it's a 6-pen lock, and here's the bitting on the key. The key works very well, and we're going to see what it takes to get inside this lock. I'm going to use top of the keyway tension and 50 thousandths, and a standard hook and 25 thousandths. Let's see what it takes to get this lock open. See, 1, 2 is binding up, got a click, and a little bit of movement on the core. 3, click, multiple clicks on 4, nothing on 5, and touching 6 put me in a little bit of a false set. I'm going to go down the stack again. 2, 3, some counter rotation, click, 4, 5, 6. Just going to keep going down the stack. You can see 1, 2 binding up, a little bit there. Doesn't want to do anything. Let's see if we can find another binder. 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3. Got a good click, 2 clicks, 4, 5, 6. So right now I have a small little false set. I'm going to try to hold it in its position while I readjust my tension wrench here. And let's see, 1, 2, 3 is binding. Good click on 3, 4, couple more clicks, 5, a couple more clicks on 6, and now we've got a pretty good false set here. I'm going to readjust my tension wrench one more time so we do not lose this. I almost feel like this lock might have some T-pins in it because the amount of false set we have is pretty substantial. It's a pretty big little false set, but we'll find out once we get this lock hopefully open. 1, counter rotation, and it is now open. So this was a fun little 6-pen Schlage lock. If the key bitting code's right, it's 55675 and 3. I think 556753. And we will take a look and see what the pins are looking like. But either way, guys, thank you so much for checking out this challenge lock, and thank you so much to Briarberrycove for making it. I really do enjoy opening up challenge locks. What I'm going to do is try out my fancy little tool here to get the back off. If not, I can just use my pick. I don't want to lock it up. I'm just going to do it the old-fashioned way. I'm not really great with that tool. Alright, we got it off. So let's get the pinning tray over here before we lose our little spring in the back here. And I'm not exactly sure what's inside this lock, so I'm going to put a shim in just to be safe. And it's fitting in very well. And let's get this plug out here. Here's my follower. So it does look like it has the construction keying on the plug, so if this does have T-pins, that would be really interesting because you could get into a trap situation, especially since I picked it clockwise, but I'm going to think most likely not, because I think I would have definitely gotten trapped. So maybe it was just a pretty good little spool. See, standard key pin in 1. Standard key pin in 2. I'm sorry, that was from 3. Standard key pin in 2. Moving on to 4. now 5, finally 6. So these all look like standard key pens, which is great. I do enjoy picking standard key pens. It does switch it up sometimes. But now let's take a look at what's inside the Bible here. Let's see what we got for some top pens. Oops, I gotta get the shim out. Up and there goes the first pen. Bear with me for 1 second here. That was just poor planning on my part. Alright, so as I expected, the first pen was a spool pen, which I have now dropped several times, but here it is. This is a really cool spool pen, actually. It's got a really thin bottom diameter where it can really get caught up in there, which is really cool. I like that a lot. And it has a nice copper spring. Now let's see what else we got in here. Got a standard driver pen in 2. A nice copper spring. Got another nice, really nice spool in 3, and it does almost look like it has some faint serrations on it on the end, very faint, but it does look like they're there. Chamber 4, standard pen. Let's see if that spring will want to come out right now. I don't typically try to force a spring out. I don't want to damage it, but it looks like one of those steel springs. There it is. Now, 5. It's another nice spool. It's one of those ones with the little thinner base on the top, so it has more chance of coming into play. So, and it's really nice to see some spools in the back. That can make it a little bit more difficult when you're getting the lock open, because the further back you get, the tougher it can get. And another standard pen and 6 here. So, and looks like a copper spring in 6. So all in all, this is a pretty cool lock, and I'd like to thank Briarberrycove for making it and sending it out to me. I'll get some photos of this lock up in a moment here. But what I'd like to do now is take a look inside the lock. It looks like he may have done some counter milling in 1, 3, and 5. I'm sorry, 1, 4, no, 1, 3, and 5. And in the Bible here, doesn't look like it's any modifications. But let's just take a quick look and see how these pens sit at rest. So I got the smaller end of that spool in here, so it can really get kind of caught up in that counter milling there. And that's a really good call. You can see that that spool is coming fully into play. That standard pen sitting nicely. The spool sitting very nicely in the counter milling here, but it doesn't seem to be exactly fully getting down into the lower diameter part of the spool. So that spool may not be 100% effective. But I'll get a quick photo of how the pins are sitting, but let me get you a close-up right now. So my only thought here is that in 3, I'm not exactly sure if that spool pin's necessarily fully coming into play or not, because it looks like it's just sitting right on that thicker outside diameter. But either way, guys, this has been Briarberrycove's Big L Challenge Lock number 8. Thank you so much for checking it out. This lock was a lot of fun to open, and I really enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe. As always, thank you so much for checking out this video, and I hope you all have a great day.